Hi, my name is Tommy Kelly.
Hi.
Hello. It's actually, can you hear me properly?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's working properly. I've been getting nothing but issues with it lately. Younow has been playing up quite a bit, so just trying
Well,
the best.
I always go on Younow on my phone. I never use my laptop to go on Younow because I just carry my phone everywhere, so it's just easier.
Yeah, see, I can't get it in my phone for some reason because since I moved from my iPhone 6 to my iPhone 7, it seems to have just been playing up totally.
Oh, well, you know me anyway. I'm always asking you about like technology, so I can just do it on my phone. And if it goes any more complicated than a phone, then I'm screwed. So,
So how's
how are
things?
you anyway?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Yeah, just had a bit better week. Obviously, managed to gain a pound this week, so that's kind of at least a improvement since the past couple of weeks. So just
Yeah,
hoping it keeps going that way and push on the best I can. But like I say, I was getting a lot of hate recently the past
I
few days, which
know.
hasn't helped a good bit. But
I
I'm
know,
not
but
going
I
to
can't
bother.
believe what people were saying. Like, I mean, I don't get why. I mean, I never would think about sitting on a keyboard and just writing nasty things to somebody. It's not in me to do that. So I don't. Someone must
No,
just be very bored with their life.
definitely. I think they know only too well it's the time of year for me, and they're trying to kind of let it get to me and
Yeah.
hoping that that's what it would do in that. And I don't know. I'm just not
Is
going
that
to
the
bother
first
with it.
time you've ever had anyone be like that on your YouTube, or have you had it before?
I've had it before. A couple of the times I was getting the very same people that Shani was getting because I think that obviously because they watch
Uh,
her and they know that I'm friendly with Shani, they're kind of crossing over, giving her hate, giving me hate, and
yeah.
but this person just seems to have popped out of nowhere. It's basically because I commented on there's a guy called Doncaster Vlogger.
Mm.
He's got a mental health problem kind of thing, and I commented on it, and he was getting a load of hate from people, and I says just keep being you. I says you've got your family. He's got a wee boy and things like that, and
Oh.
I says you're doing great. I says just you keep doing what you're doing. Look after your family. I says don't worry about the haters. And this person commented below it, and she says get to F Tofu Tommy. And then after that, they've come straight across to my channel and started giving me the hate
Oh
just
my
because
God.
I was kind of being nice to the guy. You know, and
Yeah.
he's a lovely guy, and he was getting hate for no reason at all.
I think that's why I got worried about going on YouTube anyway, because I mean I follow that Eugenia Kugi. I think that's her name. And
Eugenia
even
Cooney.
though I don't necessarily, I mean I don't comment on her videos and I don't ever say she looks good or anything because I don't want to necessarily encourage the way she looks is healthy, but at the same time the things that people write on her um YouTube is disgusting. And I think if she does have an eating disorder, no wonder why she hasn't admitted it because of how. I mean, if I had as much hate and disgusting people on my YouTube, if I had a problem, I probably wouldn't feel comfortable admitting that either.
Yeah,
So,
and at the end of the day, like I've told her, I sent her a personal message and says to her, look, I've suffered this eating disorder for 19 years.
yeah,
I says, I'm not telling you this is how you should recover or how you shouldn't recover. I says, but at the end of the day, I'm not saying you've got an eating disorder, but obviously, as you know as well as I do, you've got to accept you've got an eating disorder and you've got to
yeah.
accept the help. And maybe she has got an eating disorder. Looking at her, she definitely does look that way. But what's really worrying me is, and Shani said the same as well, she doesn't look as if she's got much more time left.
No, and I followed Eugenia Kugi. I've actually followed her for a long time. Before actually I even saw like yours and Shani's YouTube, I just, watch a few videos on YouTube and I've just seen from when she first started doing videos to now, she still has lost. I didn't think it was possible, but she still
That's
is
it.
losing weight. And well, I'm not going to say she has an eating disorder because I don't know whether it's an eating disorder or whether it's something else. You never know, which
Well,
is
it's like Shani says, and I know myself, when you've got an eating disorder, just looking at somebody, you can tell when they've got an eating disorder. It's the same as, I suppose, anybody with a certain mental illness, or some people even say when they've got like, sexuality and things like that, which they can tell if somebody's that way, and it's the kind of same thing. You just get these kind of feelings that that's what it is.
I think I could tell when she started avoiding questions, because she started mentioning the questions she was getting about eating, but not actually going into depth. Just saying, I'm fine, I'm alive, but not actually answering the questions. And to me, avoiding a question, obviously, to me, that's what makes me think she did.
That's what I was actually posting about in my video today. That this book here, this Goodbye ED Hello Me, that's the one that's really helped me a lot, and it's absolutely great book by Jenny Schaefer. It basically tells you how to really take back control of your eating disorder. But I think our mum actually made a video recently as well.
Her mum?
Yeah, our mum posted a video. I'll need to try and find a link and I'll send you it. But basically, our mum had posted a video and basically said how she was kind of worried about her health and things like that. But basically, they had a big fallout, and this is why she left home and things like that. And this is when the problem actually started. She left the home that she was staying with her mum. They had a big fallout, and it's kind of escalated from there. And our mum says she basically can't intervene because the US laws are different for the UK. As you know, in the UK, you can get sectioned, obviously, if you're needing treatment. But in the US, it's totally different. You're basically, you can accept help or you can't accept help. It's just basically down to yourself.
Oh my God. Well, I think, like, well, maybe her mum will, like, do videos to... Well, her mum's admitted she's got a problem, so really it's answered everybody's questions. I just don't agree with... I mean, I support anyone. You know, I support you and Shani.
Yeah.
But I won't ever write on someone's comments and say I think they look lovely if they're that skinny. I mean,
No.
you know, it's not something I would do because it just encourages younger people than me to be influenced to be like that. And
that's it. Me and Shani always say the worst thing you can comment with somebody with an eating disorder is about your weight and anybody. I mean, say things like your eyes look alive, you look as if you're glowing, you're loving life, things like that. But don't focus upon the body image side of things because automatically your eating disorder latches onto that and you're going to get all these voices saying, oh, that must mean I'm fat and things like that. And
exactly. Oh, someone on like the comments asked where you're from.
Yeah, I'm from Ayrshire in Scotland.
You can say tell by your accent.
Yeah, a lot of people actually think I'm from Ireland and things like that. And even Shani's always said that. She says, "Are you from Scotland? Are you from Ireland?"
Really? No, I could tell you were Scottish. I could tell you were Scottish.
Well, her man Danny, he's actually from Ireland, which you wouldn't expect because he's not got a tiny accent about. Yeah.
Oh my God. See, I haven't spoken to Shani in ages.
Yeah, well, she's doing quite well. I think that she'd a kind of relapse recently, obviously, as well as you know, and
yeah.
I just send her all my love constantly to her because she helps everybody. You know what I mean? She's even in the bad times she's got herself, she'll still reach out and help people, and that's the kind of person she is. She tries to be positive, but obviously you've got to show the good side and the bad side because you don't want to glamorise eating disorder and make everybody think it's something that you're always healthy and wise, because it's, as you well know, it's got the highest mortality rate of any mental illness about. And
yeah, I mean, I think like the most like vulnerable video she did when she cries on her like YouTube videos. I think it just goes to show to people that like she's not doing this to glamorize eating disorders or anything. She is doing it to say like this is real. This is how it makes me feel. And I'm not at that stage yet. Like if I'm having a bad day and like I'm not getting out of bed or something, there's no way at the moment I would sit and record a video. It just would not happen.
You've done absolutely great. You're an inspiration to me all the time, so don't put yourself down. I mean, look how far you've came in these past few months, and your channel is growing, and I was the same. See, for a bit, it must have been a few months, I had about 80 subscribers, the same as you, and then suddenly it just boomed for there, and that's what will happen.
I mean, when I first my first video, like I was getting like 7 subscribers, and I was like, oh, to my 7 subscribers, but like it's only been really like just over a month that I've started, and I think I've got like 60 subscribers, and it's not a lot to people that have like thousands, but to me it's 60 people that watch my videos, and it could potentially be, 60 people that I could inspire or help. So I was really proud of it.
That's it. I mean, you want the 60 subscribers there. It's there for your content and for your reason. I mean, you got all these
Exactly.
people with their drama channels and things like that, and basically these people aren't there for them. They're just there for the drama, and they're no real subscribers, because you see it
Yeah.
the minute the people stop the drama, they're losing subscribers constantly. But when you're
Yeah.
doing what you're doing and you're putting a positive message out and showing how you can turn your life around, these people are here for you and you alone. And
Yeah.
you love everybody, and I just can't thank you enough for all the help you've given me, and I think the
Oh,
world of you.
well, anyway, you're like the reason why I even felt confident enough to make a video in
That
the
means the
first
world.
place. So if you can
That's,
do what you do, then I'm sure I can do it as well.
okay, well, you've just got to, it's all about getting the confidence. I was the very, very same at the start. I never actually come on to start a YouTube channel. It was actually because my Men and Boys Eating Disorder service, they asked me to make a video about my eating disorder history for the Scottish Parliament and put it on YouTube for them. So I did that. I put it on YouTube, and then suddenly it was just gaining views. I had about 1,000 views within about a week. And then
Wow.
people were saying, please make more stories, and I
Oh,
didn't want
wow.
to I didn't want to do it, but I started
Yeah.
actually at that point. I looked up eating disorder videos, and I came across Shani, and I was watching her, and then she kind of gave me the confidence to start it, and I says, well, I'm going to do this. I says, I'll probably never get any subscribers at all, and then suddenly it just boomed for there, and Shani started watching me out the blue, and that was it.
I know. To be fair, when you watch, like coming from me who doesn't have like a lot of subscribers and someone that's just started out, I mean, watching your videos, thinking, oh, I'll comment, never expecting anything back, and the same as Shani, and then for both of you to come to my channel, it's really weird because, I mean, I know Shani did a video where she said about like people are saying, why are you calling them fans? They're not your fans. I mean, I generally got a fan feeling. Like when you
Yeah,
and Shani commented, I was like, I even showed my partner. I was like, look who's commenting. Like, so it is like people
that's
like
it.
support you and they're inspired you. And I always think people that are your fans are people that are inspired by you. So
Definitely. Oh,
no,
it's nice to see Jenny S. She's here as well. Jenny Smith. She's from Australia. I think it's Australia. She's from as well.
well, also it's really nice what Jessica's set up for you.
That's that totally
Have you seen
gobsmacked.
how much has gone on there?
I haven't yet. No, I think she's set a kind of 600 budget, because obviously I've got the money to. I'm going to be paying my flights and things, but this is basically to pay for like my accommodation and things like that. She's
Yeah.
set up for. That's
Whereabouts in Australia would you be going? I'm not sure whereabouts Jessica lives. I think it's like Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going there for like kind of week kind of thing. So
Oh wow,
yeah,
how exciting.
it'll be amazing, definitely.
I bet
That's
you're
the,
so excited.
oh yeah, last time I was there was 16 years ago, when I went to visit my family in Queensland, Caboolture, and that was the time I took that first heart attack, and I ended up, I was dead for 13 minutes and in a potassium coma for 3 months. So
Oh my god.
I was actually told by my eating disorder, well, I didn't have actually diagnosed as an eating disorder at that point. I'd been at my doctor, and my doctor had said to me, look, you're in a bad state. He says, we can't give you insurance to go to Australia. If you go, you're going on your own accord. He says, but the likelihood is you probably won't come back. But of course, I was in that bad eating disorder
Yeah.
mindset. I was just like, oh, you're talking rubbish. I've not got an eating disorder. I'll be fine. And I went away. And obviously, on the way back off the plane coming from Glasgow, I just collapsed and had that heart attack. And then I had the near-death experience. Like I said, I saw my mum and things like that, and she says, you get back there, son, you've got a lot of damage to do. And then
Oh my god.
I woke up out of the potassium coma and at the point when I had the actual heart attack just after it and seen the near-death experience, and it was like all these clouds that I thought I seen, and it was basically, it was like a mist because my brain had been starved of oxygen. And I said to the nurse, I says, am I in heaven? And she says, no, you're in Gartnavel Hospital in Glasgow. She says, you've had a massive heart attack, and she says, you've been in a potassium coma for 3 months. And I even explained to the doctors everything about the wee guy coming into the room and inserting a drain into my lung to get my heart started, about all the certain family members round my bed. That I explained everybody what they'd said, and he says, this is amazing. He says, you've actually explained absolutely everything that happened, he says, when you've been actually passed away. And he took a whole documentation thing, and it was in the papers and all kinds of things.
Really? Oh my god. The thing is, though, I think, like, talking about your experience, even though they're not the best experiences for you and they're probably hard to talk about, but I do think when you do talk about the fact you've had a heart attack and things, so you've had more than one heart attack, haven't you?
Yeah, true, yeah.
And it just shows that if people think having an eating disorder is something that's cool and you're going to look really good with it, it's so good that you talk openly about it, because it just goes to show that you don't glamorize it and it shows people the reality.
That's it. I mean, a lot of people seem to get this kind of concept that eating disorders are all about weight and body image, and that's far from the truth. Like I say, it's all to do with the problems you've had in your past, like me
Exactly, and
losing a family member, or
and I always
bullying, anything like that.
and I always think as well, like, part of, like, with eating disorders, I'm just saying that I do think that when so much is going on around you and you can't control it, you develop something that is you can control, but then as you go through recovery, you realise you never actually really had control over it.
No,
It controls you. So I
that's
do
it.
I
Like I
do
say,
think the world of you and Shani for talking so openly
oh,
about it, though. I think it's
I think the
incredible.
world of you as well. Like I say,
I'm struggling though. I mean, I find it really hard to, like, you can see my videos. I'm quite making a joke in my videos and stuff because that's the way I cope with things. So I'll just, like, try and be funny or something. But I just, like, find it really, my my accent's so annoying. Talk normally, please. I don't even have an accent. Well, I don't
no,
know.
she's talking absolutely fine. If anything, it should be my accent. You should be talking about. I'm getting this raw Scottish accent.
No, but I find it really hard to, like, do videos talking about oh, now I'm giving them a headache. I'm just going to ignore that person while I tell you this quickly. Like, I'd want to do a video if I'm having a bad day. I want to come on and I want to talk more in depth. But
Yeah,
then when it comes to thinking, okay, I'm going to do a video, I just can't really, like, do the video. Do you know what I mean? So I think I'm just learning. I think the other day I spoke out more about having a bad day and stuff, and so I am growing more confident. So I don't get Alex and Mare, whatever your name is.
spamming the
I'm
spamming
from
the
the
text.
UK. This is how everybody from the UK talks, unless they're from somewhere like Ireland or Bristol or Scottish. It's an accent. If you don't like it, then please don't watch my broadcast. I would happily lose you from my broadcast if you don't like the way I talk. And I'm sure my accent's, and if it's so annoying, then don't watch.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I can't change my voice, so.
No, exactly. Yeah, but like I say, I was a very same at the start. I sometimes I didn't have a certain topic that I was coming on for a video. I would just like put on the camera and talk away and basically speak about things. But that's what it's like. You find your ways. You go on and on. You kind of get your niche, and what obviously the best thing to do is obviously speak to people, ask them what they're kind of looking for and things like that. But at the end of the day, that's not always good either, because you want to be doing what you feel you're actually is close to you. And
Yeah, I did a video the other day when I was, like, not feeling great. It was after I'd done a singing video. So I put this video up and it was, like, really, can I speak like us Canadians? Well, no, because I'm not Canadian and I'm not from America. So it's a wider world than America, my love. You might want to learn that. And I put the video up and I'm quite vulnerable in the video, really. And then I just said, oh my god, like, I can't post that. And I took it down and I deleted it. So I think soon I will probably like feel like more confident to just put a video up and leave it up
Yeah.
there, and then whatever anyone says, obviously I just have to kind of like handle it and just accept what people say.
It's always the same. You're going to get positive and you're going to get negative, and your
Yeah.
content, no matter what you do, is always going to please some people and no please others. It's,
Or some people that just don't like the way I talk.
well, that's it.
I live in Canada, so you think just because I'm not from the UK, I must be from America. It's a wider world. Okay, you're just not making any sense now. But anyway, Ali A said, beautiful accent. Alex is a 4. So thank you, Ali. I didn't address you, but thank you.
So what have you got on today? I heard you saying you were going to the cinema and things like that, was it?
Yeah, I'm going to watch the new Jack Reacher.
Right, yeah.
And then I'm going to go and watch Trolls, because obviously
Oh,
I love
that
my
looks amazing.
animation and my Disney stuff, and so if I watch Jack Reacher, which I think I'll enjoy anyway, then I can drag my partner to watch Trolls. So
Yeah, my wife's seen that. She actually thought it was like the Smurfs, because they're very, very
oh
similar the
yeah.
way they look. She says that this must be a new Smurfs movie that's out. I said, no, that's the Trolls that's coming out, Laura.
No, I actually went to the cinema the other day and I actually bought a Troll cup.
Right, yeah. I got the Star Wars one. It was like exactly like that. It had the wee kind of
Yeah.
Star Wars figure on the top.
No, so I bought this. I'm probably going to take it. I don't know if they let me take it in, because I might just go and say, oh, can you fill it up with some Diet Coke or something? But they might be like, no. So,
Yeah, I think they should be okay with that. It's just that they're kind of strict, obviously, because they don't let you bring things in like food and things like that. That's basically because you've got a kind of captive audience. You've got to buy off them kind of
yeah.
thing. That's the.
To be fair, though, I have gone to Asda and I have sometimes in the past got myself a little pick and mix or
I
some
do that.
bag of, and I've put it in my bag.
What I usually do is I usually go to like the pound shop that's across the road for the cinema and get like Pepsi Max and juice and things, because
And put it in
you're
your
a bit.
bag.
Yeah, you're about £3 and £4 for a juice and things like that. It's absolutely shocking.
It is. I mean, me and my partner, we've got an unlimited card, so we actually get like, I think it's why do we get discount on the drinks there anyway? So it's actually cheaper now. And we also get like with the card, we get like 20% off in like Frankie and Benny's or Pizza Hut or
Yeah,
something. So
I used to have that for it was Cineworld.
yeah, that's what we've got it for, Cineworld.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it
So
was £15 or something it came to before, but
yeah. Yeah, we decided to get it because there's so many films. I mean, I love my horror films and I love my Disney films. So there's obviously so much coming out at the moment that it would have just cost far too much if we would just go in to watch every film individually. So we just
yeah,
decided to get the card, and I mean, it's great because we don't mind going into the cinema and then going off to go and watch, like go and get something to eat and then going back and watch another film.
that's
It
the
doesn't
best way.
bother
Yeah,
me.
just kind of make a day of it, kind of thing. And
Yeah.
this is the kind of time of year all the movies come out. You've got all the ones coming up to Christmas and things like you've got the new Star Wars coming out and all that kind of thing. So,
Yeah, but you're into your Star Wars though, aren't you? Big time.
or anything sci-fi, I'm right into. I'm a right
Yeah.
sci-fi geek.
No, my partner loves his Star Wars and stuff. I wouldn't go to the cinema and watch it because I haven't watched any. I know you're going to be like, what? But I haven't watched any of the others. So my partner was like, oh, well, you need to like do like we need to sit down like for a whole day and a whole night, and you're going to watch them all. So I'm just waiting for him to say this is the day that you are going
Yeah,
to sit down and watch every single Star Wars. So
somebody's saying Frozen. Do they mean Frozen the movie, or is?
maybe Disney the Frozen movie. Either you're Frozen or talking about Frozen the Disney movie. I don't know.
Well, it's nice to see Vegan Sister here as well. She's got an absolutely great channel as well.
Yeah, I followed subscribed to someone you did a video about or some I think you mentioned her in your video. It's vegan something. I don't. She's got like
Vegan
short blonde hair.
try to think.
I mean she looks quite thin in the face. I'm just saying that because I think she's one of your friends that possibly either recovering from any, and I know she did a video about a group she was involved in on Facebook, and I think she was just getting a bit of hate from messages on there, and she did
Is
a
that
video.
maybe Vegan Lass, maybe?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you
I
mentioned her
knew.
quite a lot.
Yeah, Lauren's one of my dear friends. She stays in Glasgow and things like that. And
Oh,
we meet up quite often and things. Our new name's Lauren Phoenix. Her new name is now.
yeah. I think I know who it is now because I know you've said her name's Lauren before. So
Yeah, she's a lovely person. She got an awful lot of hate for absolutely rubbish. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I saw the video and I
It's
just
all
think
because of
people
that
hate for no
toxic
reason.
group.
Yeah.
But well, better not speaking about the drama because it's just.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care if you're vegan or if you're not vegan because to
No,
me, I mean, who's to say in the future I won't ever go down that route anyway? I mean, I'm not. I mean, there's people that will eat any kind of meat, whereas I don't really. Even though I will eat any meat, I actually don't eat very much meat. So it's very rare that I have a meat dinner anyway. So, hey, mum.
but like I always say in my videos when people go on about wanting to go vegan and eating disorder recovery,
Yeah,
I always say it's a touchy subject because you've got to be able to do it for the right reasons and you've got to be in a healthy place to be able to first of all
yeah.
help yourself before you can help any animals and things. And a lot of people do use it as a mask for their eating disorder to stay in that kind of eating disorder mindset. So
But I
you've got
also
to be very
think
careful.
people are wrong when they're going on it to lose weight as well. Like a vegan
Yeah.
diet is not a weight diet; it's a complete change of lifestyle. I mean, because I know Jessica said when she was vegan, she obviously didn't eat any meat or animal products, but also didn't buy any like hair products that weren't vegan. And so I think it's a lifestyle. It's not something that you do for a few months to lose weight. I know some people do, but it's
Yeah.
there are normal diets to do that. If you want to lose weight, then you do it.
Yeah, you can get a quick detox or something like that, but even
Yeah.
that, very short. You know what I mean? It's like you get the Roto 4 diet and things, which I think is absolutely crazy. There's people saying they're recovering for their eating disorder doing Roto 4, and there's absolutely no way because your body needs protein, fats, and carbs for
Mm.
soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, which produce your hormones, brain function, everything like that. If you're neglecting any food group at all, your eating disorder is going to latch onto that. And to recover from your eating disorder, you need to be getting a good relationship with all foods, and that means enjoying treats, vegan cakes, vegan anything. You've got to be eating the food to get over those humps, like things like your fear foods and things like that. And it's crazy, really.
I mean, the foods that you put on your YouTube, and obviously you do post them on your Facebook and your Instagram and stuff. Some of it looks so nice. Like, I think I watched a broadcasting you did the other day. I think it was like, oh, I don't know what you made, but it just looked really nice. And I was like,
Enchiladas, I think it
that
was
was it.
probably.
That was it. And your friend was saying they look so good, and I was watching that. I want to eat them.
Oh, like I say, my disorder recovery team said to me after when I went to go vegan, they says as long as I'm incorporating the same type of foods that I had in a standard American diet, basically, and getting in the same amount of calories, and that meant having things like cakes and treats and things, but all veganised, because
Yeah.
that's the way you've got to recover. Like she says, if you started restricting any food group or you weren't getting in the same amount of calories, you would automatically, and I wasn't gaining weight or anything like that, that would be it.
But was it your decision to go vegan because you just wanted to do that change of lifestyle, or was it related to your eating disorder?
Well, I had wanted to go like vegan for years and years, but obviously at the stage I just wasn't in a good enough place to do it. And like they said
Yeah.
to me, you're not at a place to do it. But because of the relapses and things, and obviously with me relapsing when I went into hospital with my dad passing away last
Yeah.
November, I said to them, I says, look, I'm never getting past this point of this eating disorder. I want to try this vegan lifestyle, I says, because I want to do it for the right reasons, obviously for the animals and things, but
Yeah.
another reason obviously is for my health too, and it takes away those thoughts because you're no focusing upon your food and your weight. You're focusing upon about doing it for the animals, and it takes away that control of the eating disorder because
Yeah.
you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for another reason. So that really helps as
Good
well,
way
and
to
it's
look at it.
proved it.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea to look at it. And I don't understand. I mean, I don't think I'm that much of a really hateful person anyway, so I don't always understand why there's so much hate whether it's like hate towards people that are vegans or whether it's the other way
No,
around, because it's not just hate towards people that are vegans. There are a lot of, I see a lot of people that are vegan saying, how can you eat meat? It's so cruel, and that's
it's
fine.
yeah,
I mean, that's your
shocking.
belief, but I respect, you know, any belief or any, food thing that you follow by. Obviously, if it's not, obviously, I don't mean in terms of if you told me that you were restricting again, I wouldn't say, oh, that's
No,
brilliant. Like, I don't mean like that. I mean, if you chose to be vegan, I would respect that. And I think someone commented, our Facebook group?
yeah,
I think somebody said, how do you deal with like problems when someone is saying something? And I said, well, it's just best not to say anything. If someone's saying something about meat, it's their
that's
choice
it.
and it's their choice what they eat. I said to her, I'm not vegan, and I said, I know you are vegan, that's why you've posted this message, but I don't think anything of differently of you for being vegan, and you shouldn't vice versa. And
No,
then she said
exactly.
that people know she's vegan, so people are saying about the type of meat they eat and how rare it is. And I said, well, that's just people trying to get a reaction out of you, and if you give them a reaction, it means they've won.
Yeah,
And she said
exactly.
thank you and that. So
I mean, you get these militant vegans that basically say you don't deserve to share the same air as them if you're not vegan, and you don't deserve to live and things like that. And I've had a lot of it, obviously, because my wife's not vegan. But like I told him, I says, wait a minute, my wife can't be vegan. She's had ovarian cancer. She's stopped by our team at the hospital because of that reason. But they just don't listen, and I mean that's what puts a lot of people off vegans, because they think everybody's like that. You're hateful and things like that because of people like that. And like I say, being vegan doesn't make you a good person. Being a good person makes you a good person, and that's at the end of the day.
has your wife ever tried the foods that you eat, though? Even if you make like does she ever like any of the vegan meals?
Well, she's tried like some vegan cakes and things like that. She's had things like that back and forward, but she was vegetarian right up until she had her ovarian cancer. All her life she's been vegetarian.
Oh wow.
But obviously, like, because of her iron problems and all different things that was going on, they just says, look, you've got to go into eating proper, some steak a few times a week, and
Yeah.
chicken and fish and things like that, which at the end of the day, you've got to do what you've got to do for your health first before you can help anybody else, and that's what I've always said. And
Exactly. So I don't know whether this question is a bit, let me think. What do you eat on Christmas Day? Because obviously tradition is turkey. So what the heck do you have on Christmas Day?
well, that is going to be a tough one, because like I say, this will be my first Christmas as actually being a vegan, because last Christmas I only went vegan in January this year. So
Ah.
we usually have steak and sausage pie for Christmas dinner, and in Boxing Day we usually have turkey roast. So, but this year, what is probably going to happen is Laura's going to have turkey roast on Christmas Day, and you get a vegan, like, it's a type of nut roast. It is. It's basically, it looks like a chicken, but it's made out of things like nuts and seeds and pulses, kind of thing. So
Oh my god.
that's likely what I'm going to have. But also as well, there's a vegan cake, a vegan pie maker that I'm friendly with, uh,
Ah.
JMO. What's his second? Oh, I can't remember his second name. JMO, his name is. He runs Cool Jack Pies in Glasgow. So he's going
Oh
to make me
wow.
a big steak and sausage pie that's veganised kind of thing as
Oh
well. So
cool.
so that'll
What
be
about
that'll be that.
I don't know. So do you have like potato? I mean, I'm not vegan, so I mean, I don't know very much about it. So what about roast potatoes?
Yeah, you can have them. Basically, obviously, you can have roast potatoes, but you just do them in things like obviously your
Vegan oil or
yeah,
something?
vegan oils, things like that.
And what about Yorkshire puddings?
Well, Yorkshire puddings, you can obviously make them out of like obviously buckwheat flour, which is vegan and things like that, and
Uh,
add in like vegan butter to them and make them your Yorkshire puddings
so
that
there
way.
are ways around it. Oh, hello.
Yeah, yeah, here's Fudge as usual. He
How
sees me
is
on the camera
Fudge?
and he's got it up. He's getting a lot better. This has been like this has been like 2 days. He's been on his antibiotics for obviously his paw
Oh,
and things. So he's
yeah.
getting better. he's running about the park like a nutcase as always.
You've had so many scares with your dogs.
Yeah, my dog the other night, like I say, she had an epileptic fit, and then obviously
Yeah.
he had that infection as well. But at the end of the day, like I said, I would pay anything to get them better. I would go without food for them because they mean everything to us.
Yeah, my mum, she's got 2 English Springer Spaniels, and they're her world as well. I think, like, obviously dogs, like, literally become, like, part of a family.
That's it. As you well know, me and my wife can't obviously have kids because of my ovarian cancer and having the hysterectomy.
Yeah.
So they're everything to us. But we're going to try for an adoption thing, like I told you before as well.
I saw that. I was so pleased. But are you waiting until you move?
Yeah, we'll be waiting until we move because it'd just be kind of silly trying to go through it just now and things like that. And we'll see how it goes. Like I say, the last time we tried it and they wouldn't accept us because they turned around and they said, oh, to my wife, basically, oh, we can't give you a kid because with your cancer history, we can't even say that you've got another few years down the line, you'll still be here. Which was
What, so
absolutely...
that's why they refused adoption? Well,
Yeah.
that's cruel.
And another one was basically, they said to me, the reason was as well, because I had an eating disorder, they were worried that I would basically conflict my eating disorder onto a child. And I says, well, wait a minute. I says, I've got my friend's wee daughter that stays with us every second weekend. I says, she stays with me every weekend. They're happy for her to stay with me. They know that my eating disorder doesn't pass on to her. And I says, I would never pass an eating disorder on to anybody because I know how bloody destructive an eating disorder is. And I mean, come off it, you know what I mean?
Well, that's bizarre anyway. That's like saying you would sit down and literally, tell your child about an eating disorder and encourage them in the ways.
Exactly.
And that's absolutely bizarre anyway. So what's changed now? So have you asked about adoption, or were you just hoping that this time you would get accepted?
Well, I spoke to my eating disorder recovery nurse and she says, you should get back in for it. She says, we'll write in the report backing you up and obviously your wife to say, wait a minute, Tommy's fully in recovery, he's helping so many people, she says, and
Yeah.
your eating disorder's obviously not going to latch on to anything and you wouldn't pass it on to anybody. So that should go a good way of helping as well. And obviously Laura's cancer nurse specialist, she's going to write a letter basically saying that Laura's getting 3 monthly checkups, she's in recovery and things for her cancer, and that will should help a good way as well. So we'll just need to see.
I think, I mean, obviously I've never met your wife, but obviously I've heard, and I have her on Facebook as well, so I see, and I write things if she's like, said that she's in pain, I write things on her Facebook. And I just think you and your wife, you do deserve like the best like future, because everything you've both been through, you'd think someone would cut you a break and make. I mean, your future. I think from here.
I wish you and your partner everything under the sun. I mean, I hope you have a great life together. I know you's willing. I hope you have a family and things like that. I really, really do. And I pray for you. I know you're not spiritual in that way, but I pray for you every Sunday at church and things. And I always do that.
It's not that I'm, I don't pray. It's not anything that I've ever been brought up to do, but it's not something that I'm completely against. And it's all. I mean, I have. I mean, when I've been at my worst times, there have been times where I've literally like gone outside because I smoke. Bad habit, I know. Because I have, I've literally gone outside and I've just spoken to whatever is there. And I have like said like, dear God, blah blah blah, and I have actually at my most desperate moments said, actually spoken to someone. So I just don't do it, religiously. I don't pray every night or something. And
yes, it's the same. I mean, you get people that don't necessarily believe in God, but they believe in something after this as well. And
I believe in something after life.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You follow your own beliefs.
I don't think we've been put on this earth. I think we're like pretty incredible to be here anyway. I mean, no one knows. Obviously, there's 2 views of where we're from: the Big Bang or God.
That's it.
And I just don't think it can be man. No, hold on, let me think. I don't think that we can personally that we are caused by a big bang or something that happened. I do think it is someone, God, that did this, because it's incredible. You see, you know, and there are reasons why people, you know, I think people question religion and God
Well, you should
because
do. I
of
mean,
how many,
you should
because of
always question it. You know, I mean, that's.
because of the bad things that happen as well. You know, young children becoming ill, and people think, really, like,
But I
would
always say, I think that even a lot of Christians, they're the kind of same. I mean, we all get it. You blame God for the bad things, but you don't thank Him when the good things happen. So
exactly, and there is a lot of good though. I mean, I don't say, oh, you know, if there's, I mean, that is one reason I hear people question it all the time. You know, when you hear stuff in the news about children, you know, dying in Syria or something like that. If there's a God above, why is this
I was the
happening?
same. See, when my
Yeah,
mum passed and I lost my dad and things like that, my faith kind of went all over the place because I'm saying, wait a minute, is God really here? Is He looking over me? Why has He done this to me and things like that? You do that. I mean, everybody gets time in their spiritualism. Shani said it as well, even with her LDS church, she's had issues with it. But that's what it's all about. It's called faith for that reason. You've got to, if it was easy to believe in things, it wouldn't be faith, you know
yeah.
what I mean?
But then you look at it in a way, as Shani did that video about where she was driving to go somewhere and do something, and then literally she obviously took the opposite way,
That's it.
and then
So
obviously that thing came on the radio, and it was just like, oh,
yeah,
and you know, that makes me think, you know, that's not just happening, that's not a coincidence, that
it's
was
a
meant
bit
to
like a kind
happen.
of guardian angel type thing, isn't it? Try to lead you in another direction.
Yeah,
Well, Jen's here as well. She's in the group. Jen Tyler. This time around vegan life.
this time around vegan life was, oh, is she in the
She
Facebook group as
yeah.
well?
She's actually wanted to guest with somebody before. So if you want to guest her after me,
I don't know what the time is, because I do know.
I'm just going to have to go anyway and get my dog out. So
Yeah, because I was gonna say I have to go to the cinema as well. So, but
it's
it
been
has been
lovely speaking to you.
amazing doing this.
And I'll need to get you on mine and we'll speak again. And I hope you have a lovely time today. And I send you and my partner all your love.
Thank you, and I'll take my troll cup and hopefully they'll let me fill it up.
Have a great time. I'll speak to you soon.
All right then, all the best.
You as well. Bye,
Bye.
everybody. Remember, guys, binge on life, purge negativity, and starve guilty feelings. Speak to you all soon and love you so much.